Good morning and welcome to the Butsu-Kyoji, the Animal Liberation Temple. I'm starting a couple minutes early just to see if people need some time to join in. We will start with our intro right at 9 a.m. It doesn't look like I have anybody live, but I wanted to make sure everything connected this time because I always have problems connecting. So if you are live, go ahead and drop a comment. In the chat so that I can see people. One watching. All right. It says I have one person watching, so that's good. I think it's working, unless that's me, it's the one person watching. But like I said, I just want to start a couple minutes early. We're going to start with the intro right at 9 a.m. Hello, I'm Reverend Robert Ugin Doshin Yamada here at the Animal Liberation Temple, Dobutsu Kyoji, where we are at the service of the spiritual and physical liberation of our dear animal friends. I'd like to begin by acknowledging that the land on which we gather is the ancestral and seized land of the Yokuts, Karkin, Confederate villages of the Lisha, Ohlone, Miwok, and the Mawakma people. We recognize them, the legacy of violence, settlement, and displacement of these people who suffered and survived. Good morning, Susan, and good morning, Tani. So good to see you live here. Really appreciate it. Thank you for commenting, and for the folks who tuned in live, if you'd like to also like this live stream, that helps out a lot. Just trying to increase the algorithm so we can kind of get the message out there a little bit more. This morning is going to be a quick service, as I do have a appointment that I tried to push off till later, but unfortunately I couldn't push it off much later, so we're going to have a quick service today. Also, my secondary camera is not working. It was out of batteries this morning when I tried to get it to work, so unfortunately we won't be able to do a sanctuary tour. However, I have it charging now, so for sure next week we'll have our sanctuary tour, and I shouldn't have too much going on next week. Good morning, Marty, to you as well. Thank you for tuning in live. So let's get up with the temple updates. We've had rain most of this week, so it's kind of wet and muddy all over again. It makes getting up and down the hill very difficult. Thankfully, we still have our truck. Hopefully, we can still keep it. We're still trying to fundraise. I put out a couple fundraisers this week. Some really good people donated some, but we're still a little bit shy of reaching that fundraiser. So hopefully, we'll continue to be running our fundraisers and hopefully get there. We're still waiting on the roof, as our truck is kind of priority right now. And we've had a lot of help from our volunteers this past week. Regine and Conrad have been up here. Conrad's going to be leaving soon to go and join Captain Paul Watson's ships. So he's, doing phenomenal activist work protecting our whale friends. So I'm really happy to see him have that opportunity to go and do that. And, we'll be praying for him and the best of luck with his endeavors. He'll only be gone for like 3 months, and then he'll be back helping out again. But hopefully some more volunteers will kind of like step up and help out here. It's really helpful here. Let us move on to our updates of all of our animal friends. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I can read all of the comments that are coming in. We have our duck friends, Breve, Grave, Amanda, and Renee, all doing super well. Our dogs, Lucy and Bernard, are doing really well. Lucy's in the house. Bernard's wandering around. He might jump in front of the camera every now and again. Our goats down the hill, Rob, Matt, and Phil, are doing really well. Our tortoise friends, Miyachi and Tommy, also doing well, even though it's kind of cold for them. They have their heater still going. I'm running that heater 24/7 right now for them, trying to keep them warm. And their appetite's a little bit low in the winter, but in the summer their appetite's really to kick in, and we'll start needing to fundraise just to keep them fed. Just fresh greens, they go through a lot, and as they get bigger and older, they're just going to keep eating more and more. Our dear turkey friends, Priya and Harriet, are doing really well. Our Cornishes are Jax, Jimmy, Edward, Poppy, Aster, Ivy, Azalea, Peony, Cynthia, Lotus, Magnolia, Sage, Marigold, Camilla, Hydrangea, Holly, and Zinnia, all doing super good. Oh, good morning, Jackie. So good to see you. I wanted to thank you for checking in. Oh, Susan Fryman. That's wonderful. Susan of the Waking Owl, Susan Fryman. So good to see you. Longtime supporter of the Animal Liberation Temple. We're super grateful to Susan. Our red hens, Glennis, Gwen, and Alice, are all doing really well. And then we have our rooster friends, Sabrina, May, Hard One, Elton, Magnus, George, Brad, and Kudu, also doing well. Our guinea fowl friend, Wendy's doing well. Our mourning dove, Sequoia, is doing well. And then we have our rat friend, Hasu. He's starting to slow down in his age, but I'm, really proud of Hasu. He was rescued over 2 years ago from a laboratory, and all of his brothers and sisters unfortunately have passed away. He was rescued with, about a dozen other rats, and they've all passed away. So Hasu's the last of that rescue. And he's definitely getting older and slower and sleeps a little bit more. And keeping a close eye on him. Unfortunately, rats rescued from, animal testing are very lucky to live up to 2 years. And he's a little bit past that. So we're really proud of Hasu and keeping a close eye on him, making sure he gets all the love and care he deserves. And then moving on to our pigeon friends, we got FP, Champagne, Tulin, Sasha, Yo-Yo, PD, Ricky, Sparkle, Spencer, Shambles, Beluga, Beth, Pee-wee, Cascade, Augustus, Rufus, Harper, Elliot, Snickers, Boba, Kismet, Farah, Angus, Pandora, Jones, Sin, Harriet, Lago, Fred, Tramonto, Halo, Vin, Capone, Percy, Pacino, Lacey, Sasha, the second, and Dora. And then, of course, we have our four foster ducks and our 2 foster chickens, all doing really well. So, like I said, I got an appointment to move on to. So we, without hesitation here, we are going to get started with the recitation of the Great Heart of Wisdom Sutra, found on page 4 of the Animal Liberation Temple Prayer Book. And as a reminder, these prayers are of great benefit and to all of those who hear these prayers. Especially, we ask that you have your companion animals nearby, or in a place that our wild animal friends can hear, even our deer insect friends. Maka hanya haramita shengyo kanji zai bosatsu gyojin hanya haramita jiso kengo ongai koda isai koyaku shari shishiki fuku kufui shiki shiki zoku ze kuku zoku ze shiki ju sogyo shiki yaku bunya ze shari shi ze shohoku so fu sho fu metsu shu zoku zetsu shu watsu gyate gyate hara gyate hara so gyate boji sowaka hanya shinyo negu waku wa kono kudoko mote amaneku isai ni oyoboshi warera toshuja tomina tomo ni butsudo o jozen koto jiho sanshi fushi son bosa Fushi son bosa mokosa moko hoja horo mi. We now recite the refuge prayer in Tibetan and in English, page 8. Sangye chodan toki chonam la janju bagduk tekni gipsu chi daki jinso kipe sonam ki jola pender sangye ju parsho. The Buddha, Dharma, and excellent assembly of the Sangha. Until I attain enlightenment, these I take refuge. By my practice of the 6 perfections, may all sentient beings attain the state of Buddhahood. We now recite the 4 great Bodhisattva vows, Shigi Seigan. Shujo Muhen Segando Mono Mujin Segandan Omon Muryo Segangak Botudo Mujo Seganjo. However numerous sentient beings, I vow to enlighten them all. However inexhaustible my delusions, I vow to extinguish them all. However immeasurable the dharmas, I vow to master them all. However endless the enlightened way, I vow to follow it fully. We now recite the 6 vows to our dear animal friends, page 10. However numerous my dear animal friends, I vow to liberate them all. However diverse the methods of animal liberation, I vow to support them all. However unheard their voices, I vow to speak out for them all. However painful and inexhaustible the methods of suffering, I vow to bear witness to them all. However infinite the cages and tanks, I vow to empty them all. However difficult animal liberation, I vow to achieve it completely. We now recite the 100-syllable Vajrasattva purification mantra. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Anupalaya Vajrasattva Te No Pachista Tredome Bhava Sito Shome Bhava Supa Shome Bhava Anorato Me Bhava Sarva Sita Me Prayata Sava Karma Sita Me Chitam Shriyam Guru Hom Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sava Tata Gata Vajrama Me Mucha Vajri Bhava Mahasamamya Safaha. Like I mentioned, we're kind of in a hurry this morning about getting everything kind of getting to my appointment this morning. So for the talk this week, I'm going to actually be giving everybody some homework. Throughout this week, I want folks to think about morality and what do morals mean to you? So first off, what does morals mean from you? And I'm sure a lot of folks are going to relate what our maybe our moral obligation to our dear animal friends are. And yes, please think of those things. I want you to think about where does your morality come from? And then thirdly, how do you practice your morals? How do you put your morality into action? So next week, I'm going to talk in greater detail about morality and morals. And so that will be the topic for next week, because it's going to take a little bit longer about all the things that I want to discuss. So what does morality mean to you? Where does it come from, and how do you practice it? So we will conclude today's services with the recitation of the Animal Liberation Prayer and dedication of merit. Animal Liberation Prayer starting on page 12. May all sentient beings, especially our dear animal friends who are subject to unbearable pain in labs throughout the world, be free of all suffering. May alternatives to animal experimentation, vivisection, and dissection be implemented immediately. May bodhicitta, the quality of compassion that leads to enlightenment, fill the hearts of those who imprison them. May all sentient beings, especially our dear animal friends who suffer endless days, months, and years, locked in tiny cages unable to move, be filled with peace and calm. May all sentient beings, especially our dear animal friends who are forcibly taken from their families, be reunited, and may all families be able to stay together. May the hearts of those who work in slaughterhouses, factory farms, and all industries that exploit our dear animal friends be filled with bodhicitta, so the very thought of harm is purified. May they never kill again, and may the slaughterhouse lines, factory farms, and all industries that exploit our dear animal friends become immediately empty. May no animal be afraid or depressed. May their bodies be free of injuries, disease, and illness. May the mutilation of their bodies be forever ceased. May those who need homes or have been driven from them find shelter, plentiful food, and water. May there be liberation for those tortured for fur, entertainment, or who are hunted. May those who believe that they are superior to our brother and sister animals develop perfect equanimity, and may they realize in their hearts that all sentient beings possess Buddha nature, the potential to be completely free, and that they are not ours to kill or exploit. May the billions of land and sea-dwelling sentient beings who are abused, exploited, and killed due to greed, hatred, and ignorance be free of suffering. May all the nets, hooks, blades, projectiles, traps, snares, cages, pens, tanks, lethal restraints, saddles, reins, prods, bait, poison, and all instruments used to harm, exploit, and dominate our dear animal friends be forever abolished. May all human and non-human sentient beings live together in harmony, peace, equanimity, and achieve perfect enlightenment quickly. May we all experience happiness, safety, freedom, and animal liberation in this very lifetime. We now recite the dedication of merit to our dear animal friends, page 16 and 17. Throughout our many lives and until this moment, whatever virtue we have accomplished, including this aspiration for peace, and all that we will ever attain, this we offer for the benefit of all sentient beings, especially our dear animal friends. May suffering, exploitation, and unnecessary death be decreased for every being, while wisdom, bliss, and compassion increase in this and every future life. May we clearly and instantly perceive the plight of our dear animal friends with the urgency and seriousness they deserve, and our every action leads them to complete liberation. May we quickly attain enlightenment and work ceaselessly for liberation of all sentient beings. We still have time to go through the credits of our services. I want to thank all the wonderful folks who contributed to our dear animal residents of the Animal Liberation Temple. 8th through the 14th of February. Thank you everybody who has been liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing to our social media. That's super helpful. I would like to thank our Venmo donors, Rojin Mohammadi, Indira Rojas, Corey Bryant, Tani Salazar, and Ariel Ryan. Thank you so much. And thank you so much to our PayPal donors, the Universal Compassion Buddhist Congregation, Pastor Robert Monroe, Andrew Sisk, and Teresa Corridon. And of course, I want to thank all of our Patreon supporters, Susan Fryman, Neil Carmen, Palomina Bradford, Paula Partenheimer, and Shannon Hunter. Thank you so much. If you'd like to donate, you can do so through the link in this description on this video or at Linktree Animal Liberation Temple. Checks can also be mailed to Animal Liberation Temple at this address. We are a 501c3 and all donations are tax deductible. Thank you everybody for joining our services for our dear animal friends. And everybody have a beautiful week. Thank you.